Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. And this week is British Nutrition Foundation's Healthy Eating Week. And to celebrate it, I actually thought I would do some videos on nutrition and on keeping fit and active and with movement. So the week is going to be covering the facts of an healthier life, making healthier choices, plans for success, being the chef and keeping moving. Now, I am able to support you on nutrition and I am able to support you on physical activity as well. So if you need any information on these, please feel free to message me. It will be interesting for the Be the Chef because I like cooking, but I am not a Gordon Ramsay. So we will be talking about cooking on Thursday, but do not follow me for cooking advice because I am still learning. You could probably teach me a thing or two about that. So what is classed as an healthy diet? An healthy diet is a diet that helps us to feel the best, okay? To allow us to get all the nutrients we require in a variety of different foods, to allow our body to function and work efficiently and allow us to stay healthy. How much food do you require to have an healthy diet? Now that depends on how physically active you are. So an healthy diet has to have the right amount of energy for us to be able to function correctly. But what we have to take into consideration is about how active we are, but we also have to remember that our body is doing things whilst we are sat still. So even though we are not physically active, we still need some food because of the activities what the body is doing, because it's amazing, it's working whilst we're not doing anything. But what we have to be conscious of is that we actually, if we eat too much and we're not actually physically active, that can cause us issues. Okay, so the energy balance is where we have to focus if we are aiming to reduce our weight. So if you're suffering with being overweight, it could be that you're actually eating too many calories for the physical activity what you are doing. So our body's amazing and it actually functions without us even thinking about it. It does breathing. It's pumping blood around to ensure that the nutrients get to the parts to allow us to function. But what it also does, it also says, oh, we've got some calories left. Okay, so it'll say, once we get our calories from our energy, from our food and our drink, we've got some calories left. Our body doesn't need to use them, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We will store them around the waist until I need them another time. And it'll keep it and it'll store it there. So it's a bit like a squirrel. So it's going to store it around your waist until you actually need it. But the thing is, if you don't get physically active, that time might not come that it's ever needed. And what'll happen is it'll just keep putting it around the waist and around the waist, and before you know it, going down the obese route. Now I can tell you about this because actually when I worked within the NHS, this is what happened to me. I used to eat biscuits, I used to eat chocolate, and I would literally be running through the office getting myself a biscuit, getting myself a chocolate. And when I was in the NHS, I was actually classed borderline obese. So, and when I came out of the NHS, I actually started coaching children, was obviously a little bit more physically active, but I was able, and I did actually changed, I didn't actually snack the same because obviously the biscuits weren't there. Don't get me wrong, I can still eat chocolate biscuits. If I am given my downfall is not coconut, the dark chocolate and ginger cookies, and I absolutely love them. But I know that I have to have them in moderation because if I do get one, I will have another and I want another. So it's a case of listening to, and knowing what your behaviour pattern is to allow you to be able to control it, to stop yourself from getting on that spiral. And interestingly, if we don't actually watch the food we are eating and our body gets bigger, we can actually end up developing all sorts of different issues. So over 50% of adults in the UK are overweight. are obese. Even childhood obesity is on the increase because we're giving our children bigger portion sizes than they actually need. Now, if we are overweight, it increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even some cancers. So it's about making sure that we actually get these things under control so that we don't fall down the trap of of developing diabetes. Now, if you've actually been told that you're on a borderline diabetes, it doesn't mean that it's going to turn into it if you make some changes to your diet. That is, to me, if you are being told that you're borderline diabetes, that is the wake-up call to actually, let's look at your diet, let's look and see how you can change things to allow your body to get back to to normal, and let's treat it with the respect it deserves, because our body is absolutely amazing, because it knows what it needs and what it doesn't need. So how much energy do you require from foods and drinks? Now, this depends on how active you are. If you're not active, if you don't do physical activity, or if you don't go for walks and all you're doing is walking around in the office at work, or if you're and then you're going back home, so if you're not going out doing long walks, you don't need a lot of calories. And this is what's happening, is we are less active, so then we're still eating the extra calories, and that is when it gets stored on our bellies. On average, a woman requires 2,000 calories and a man requires 2,500. That's an average. So that means that if you are generally active. Now, obviously, if you're a sports person, or you're doing weight training, weightlifting, or you're doing activities every evening, your calorie intake will probably be a little bit more than that. But if you are not active, and all you are doing is going to work, working in the office, walking around in the office, but you are not going up hills and you're not pushing yourself too strenuously, then I would say reduce your calorie intake. Because eating the right amount of calories and the right food and drink will allow you to have the correct nutrition, which will allow you to stay healthy. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is the supply of food which is required for our body to survive. There's different parts to this nutrition though. One of them is the way the body breaks things down, and it also is the way it repairs and creates the cells and the tissues. The two combined together make our metabolism. Now, some people will have heard, you might hear people saying, I've got a slow metabolism. Now, this could be because you've not eaten the right kind of foods, and because you're not eating the right kinds of foods, your metabolism gets sluggish, and then when it gets sluggish, it doesn't function properly, which then makes you feel tired, makes you put the weight on. So we need to make sure that we're getting the right kind of nutrition. So the types of nutrition are sources of our nourishment for our bodies is protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, fibre and water. Now they're divided into two. They're divided into macronutrients, which is what our body needs a lot of, okay, or the micronutrients, which our body doesn't need as many of. So the energy providing macronutrients are carbohydrates. Now a good source of them are apples and bananas, cauliflower, carrots, oats, brown rice, quinoa, chickpeas and kidney beans. And the proteins are made up of approximately 20 amino acids combined to form a protein, okay? So amino acids are made by the body, but they are also consumed in foods, through different kinds of foods. Now, what proteins help us with? They help us repair and regenerate our body tissue and cells. It's also necessary for an healthy function in the immune system and for manufacturing our hormones. So a good source of these is beans, legumes, hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, unsalted nuts. Make sure that they are unsalted nuts, because too much salt can actually affect your blood pressure and can affect your kidneys. So quinoa, avocado, beets, kale and spinach. Now we need some fats. The fats are formed in 3 molecules of fatty acids. They're called triglycerides, which combine with glycerol. The fats help us lubricate our joints, they help our organs produce hormones, and they aid absorption of certain vitamins. they reduce inflammation and they preserve brain health. Now, a good source of fats are almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, olives and avocado. Now, the non-energy providing macronutrients, but still important for your body, are fibre, which is mainly carbs, but it's not easily absorbed by your body. Okay, so there's not much of the sugar or starch what gets into the blood. And then we've got the water, and the water is, our bodies are made up of 70% water. So if we don't actually get enough fluid, which we will be discussing this in one of the videos this week, this week, the water is necessary to allow our body to function properly. And if we don't get enough, then we end up actually getting dehydrated. So we've got to make sure that we get enough water. The micronutrients, these are the ones what we only need small amounts in, and they are potassium, chloride, sodium and calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, iron, manganese, copper, iodine, selenium, vitamins A, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9 and B12, C, D, E and K. So these are the micronutrients we need. So why is good nutrition important along with regular exercise? It's important because having good nutrition means that our individual body gets all the necessary nutrients and vitamins and minerals for it to function efficiently. So it'll decrease your risk of developing many illnesses, which like heart disease, diabetes type 2, stroke, cancers and osteoporosis. It can decrease your blood pressure, it can reduce your cholesterol, okay? Improves a person's well-being. If you feel healthy and you feel fit because you are eating healthier, your well-being actually improves. You can improve your body's ability to fight off illnesses, so you might not get as many colds. You may not get as many colds. You may not get as many sore throats. Your body, because you've got the right kind of nutrients, your body can fight it. It improves your ability to recover from illness and injury. And it increases your energy levels. So if you're feeling tired, having a look at what foods you are actually eating will actually be able to allow you to increase your energy levels. So that is the end of this video. We'll be doing another video for video 2, so that I am doing them in small blocks, and I hope you get something out of these videos. If you've got any questions, please feel free to comment on the video, but also if you don't want to put a comment on the video, just message me privately and we can arrange a chat. If you want to get healthier or fitter, or you want to lose some weight and you feel like you're struggling, please do message me. My mission is to help you guys get as fit as you can. Okay, so to get fitter as you can, to become the best person you can be. And if that means that it helps, if I can help you improve your well-being by improving your weight and improving your nutrition, then I will be happy for that. So message me, get in touch, and I will see you all soon.